Hey Facebook, it's Sarah McLeodry from Synergy Behavior Solutions. Welcome today. We are going to be talking about chin rests and chin targets. So I know there was a couple comments earlier today on our Facebook. If you have any questions or comments about this concept, please feel free to leave them in the comments section here so I can answer them as I'm going along. So let's talk a little bit about what a chin rest or a chin target is. It is where your dog puts their chin onto something, and we are going to reward that behavior and encourage that behavior. First, we're going to actually realize that Lindy is not going to wait patiently for training, and we're going to go get her something to keep her occupied with. It's the story of my life. Once she realizes that we're ready to do training, she's like, let's get training, and she should be. Training time should be focused on your pet, not on you or on Facebook Live. So her patience for waiting is not the best. I should work on that. But her chin rest is great. So that's why she's my demo dog today. So we use this chin rest or chin target. Both names are used interchangeably for lots of different things. Mainly in cooperative care and grooming. But the first dog probably I taught many years ago to do a chin rest for a client. She had a reactive dog that did agility and was an excellent agility dog, and on the course was fine, no problems, no reactivity, but waiting her turn was really challenging for her. So they would actually do a chin rest in her hand so that she could feel if the dog was low growling, but wouldn't be able to hear it. Hey Mallory, welcome, good to see you. And so because sometimes in a busy agility environment, you can't necessarily hear a low growl, but in her chin rest, waiting their turn, she could. So it was a perfect solution. And then if she felt that low growl, she could get her dog out of the way and work on something else and make sure that the dog was set up for success. So that's a way that we use it not in cooperative care. I also really like to use it for photos. I use it a ton for photographs. You will see, if you follow either Pink Nose Pupper, my Lindy, on Instagram, or even in the Synergy Behavior Solutions Instagram and Facebook, you will see lots of chin target behaviors that sometimes just look like cute photos, but they were cued behaviors. So what most people find challenging about chin targets is adding duration. So that's what we're going to work on today. Most people can get the initial chin target without a problem, but adding duration and distraction can be challenging, especially if you're going to be using it in a cooperative care setting. So I'm going to go ahead and warm Lindy up with some training, and we're going to practice. And also I'm going to talk a little bit about doing it to another object. So we train it usually, I at least train it initially to a hand, but then I like to transfer it to other objects pretty quickly. My first object that I usually like to transfer it to, as long as it's not a tiny dog, is a chair, because in most veterinary settings, there's a chair present, and even if it maybe isn't in the room that you are in, you can easily get a chair and brought into the exam room. So that's my first level of changing to an object. So hold on, she cleaned out my lid perfectly. That was so convenient, Lindy Lou. All right, so let me get ready here and get some treats, and we're going to work. She's had a lot of shaping with this object. She has done some chin targeting to it. But she's done a lot of other behaviors. So we're going to see, just get her started. And I'm purposely sitting, across from her to encourage her to come face me and be on that other side of the object. So I'm marking really early right now because I don't want her feet up on this. And then notice how I'm being very generous with my treats to get that initial, good girl. So now she's sitting there, but now we have to figure out how do we get the chin target. So I'm going to reset her. Oh, that one went under the dining room table. Lulu, there you go. She's going to have to find that. So I was going to reset her, and we're going to work on feeding low, and I'm going to work on pinching this treat so that she can really work on it. All I did was feed further back so that paw is less likely to come up. Good. And now I'm going to reset, and I think that one's in her ear. We're having treat issues here. Yep. Good. I'm going to let her do a little bit of free shaping. It's very cute though. Yeah. That was a bad mark there. All right. So she does have a cue for her chin. Yes. Yes. She just did it on the lower step. I don't know if you could see that. We're going to try to discourage that so you guys can see a little bit easier. Okay. And so I have a simple hand signal for my chin target. Yes. And I do that because I want, if I'm in a cooperative care setting, the vet may be working on the dog, and I sometimes don't want, I don't want to be talking to distract my dog. So I have, yes, that's cute. We had a double there. Paws up with the chin target. Oh, choking on treats. So now we're going to work on some duration. Yes. So I just up to 3, treat for that. As you can see, duration is not Wendy's favorite behavior. Cute. All right, we're going to reset her. I'm actually going to change objects here for a second. Let's see if we can work on something that she can't stick her head in between. So I'm actually going to get my Cato board out here. Cato, maybe somebody can tell me how it's pronounced. I never know. I'm going to push it this way so she's less likely down. Yes, good. So we're just going to slowly add a little duration. Okay. Yes. So as you can see, stillness is not her favorite. So one of the things that can help is giving them a lickable food source so that it helps hold them in position a little bit longer, because if you have crunchy treats, they do have to pick up their face to eat them. Down. Good girl. And we're going to see, that was too tempting. So this actually becomes a great distraction game. So sometimes what you plan on training and what you have to train become two different things. Chin. She does have a verbal, as you see. It's a little too licky for her. Chin. Chin. All right, we're going to give her a reward for attempting that. That's a little too exciting. I'm going to let her give a lick of that. And then we're going to do a little it's your choice game instead. Chin. Down. So if you can't laugh and have fun with your dog training, you shouldn't be training. I also will say how incredibly challenging it is to train while on Facebook Live. So please bear in mind that. Trying to talk and chin. Down. Chin. Yes. So all I'm doing is I'm showing her a treat, and can she maintain that chin target with the treat present. And we have a short little duration there. As I said, this is Lindy's hard part, is the duration down. Yes. Good girl. Chin. Chin. She's trying to make it easier for her. Down. Chin. Thinking. Chin. Yes. Good. And we're going to give her a break. That's a lot of training. And we're going to give her a little entertainment device so so that she doesn't bother me while I'm talking. I'm going to come on up here and answer any questions. So a couple things there that we want to talk about with that session is Lindy has a lot of arousal when she trains. She's very, very excited about everything. She does everything at 110 miles an hour. So really working on getting her to take it down a notch is challenging. And so that's something we're working on. I'm actually working right now on adding a cue to hold still, so a stay cue. I don't really use stay, I don't know. So I realize though, this is when trainers realize they've done things wrong, is that I traditionally use the word hold an object in your mouth. And then, without even thinking, when my dogs do a chin rest for a veterinary procedure, I will say hold as in hold still. They are two totally different behaviors. So I am going to come up with a new word that means hold still, and that's what we're going to start working on with her. With the It's Your Choice, I just had treats in my hand, and if she came off the chin rest, I just closed my hand, and I was waiting for her to go back to offering the chin rest. The chin rest in the down position onto that object, I think, was a little bit harder for her to offer it. So I would probably work on that in another situation. And then as soon as she offered it, opening up my hand, can she hold the behavior and then get mark and reward? I wonder, can you guys hear my wonderful water spaniel very upset that Lindy is out here training? I'm not sure if you can or not. You can tell me if you can. That's Rizzo. She says she's the champion chin rest dog, and she does not understand why Lindy is out here demonstrating when Lindy is just learning her chin rest and learning duration. So chin rest can be used when it comes to cooperative care, and like I said, in lots and lots of different ways. And one of those things for Rizzo, we use it for eye drops, we use it for ears. Where's your toy? Oh, she emptied out her toy already. We use it for ears. We use it for actually an eye exam recently. We use it for jugular blood draws. We use it for all sorts of other things. And so that's really easy to do. Lindy's going to have a fit that the almond butter is up there and she's not getting any. So I'm just going to bring it over here so I can talk. Down. Good girl. All right. So what uses do you guys have questions about for chin targets? Oh, we do have questions. Oh, good. Oh, you can hear Rizzo. I know, Rizzo does not like to share her training time. So I'm sorry. I actually gave her a Kong, but clearly she finished it way too soon. So please ignore the screaming water spaniel in the background. Mallory says she reminds me a lot of Gracie. What's the best tip for teaching distraction and avoiding frustration? Especially with dogs like Lindy that have to be active. Yes. So that's really the hard part, is working on building duration slowly without that frustration. And that's why I stopped working with her. She was getting a little too frustrated with me. And I really want to make sure that I don't have that emotion tied into her chin rest. The chin rest is about calm and stationary. I would probably work, I do a lot of what I call bathroom training, which is I train in my bathroom where it's really boring. And so I would work there. She knows how to do that behavior there a little more calmly. And I would work on slow delivery, airplane feeding, slow delivery of those treats. The It's Your Choice game works really well too, of like just calm down, be still, and work on capturing calmness and stillness and marking and rewarding that behavior. I also, I was not clicking. I find that clicking arouses her even more. So I will use a mark that means to slow. I'll just use a verbal marker instead, which tends to help the arousal level. So I hope that answers your question, Mallory. I don't know if we have any other questions there. We do have a couple people out here hanging out today, so that's great. Thank you for joining me. I would love to, if you have, like I said, any questions, please let us know. Bueller has come down to join us for Facebook Live. Or maybe not, I don't know. There's chaos behind the scenes here. It's always that way a little bit in the McLeodry house. So once again, I'm Sarah McLeodry from Synergy Behavior Solutions. We're in Portland, Oregon, and thank you for joining me today for my Facebook Live on chin targets. If you have any questions once you watch this video, maybe later, then please feel free to put those comments put those questions in the comment section, and we will get back to them when we can. And we're having a Facebook Live Ask the Trainer event coming up. So if you have any questions for us, please feel free to shoot us. We're going to put up a little image, but on February 1st in the evening, we are going to have a Ask the Trainer event with Lorena and I together. And so any questions that you have about training, feel free to go ahead and ask it. You can let Bueller in. Come on, B. Bueller's going to join the fun. Oh, and now we have snarky dogs. Well, welcome to chaos. Okay, so join the Ask the Trainer event, and I will see you guys later. Have a good day.